Good morning everyone and welcome to the class. In the previous class we were discussing about politics. What is politics? And in this regard we have seen that politics is most of the time politics is associated with negativity. It is not given a positive meaning. People consider it in a negative sense. It is associated with a kind of manipulation which is done in order to fulfill the self-interest only. And that is the reason that though people are getting benefited from the politics, still they say that they want to be away from politics. They are not interested in politics. So we see that there is a kind of confusion. If we really want to know politics, we are not able to understand is it a desirable thing or undesirable thing. The perception, the common perception is such that it's an undesirable thing. We should be away from politics. But actually this is not a correct explanation, because what we find that in any society there are various needs of people, various interests of people, and these interests and needs of people are not only different but they are self-conflicting. And in this situation, if the people are left without any political organization, then there will be condition of chaos and disorder. So in any society is needed to be maintained by political organization. The society cannot exist without political organization. Other than political organization, there are other organizations also, like economic organization, social organization, and all these organizations are there to fulfill the needs of the people. And political organization is there to maintain law and order, so that atmosphere of peace can be there and development of all aspects of human life can take place. Now we will see that politics is not something which is related only with the affairs of the government. So we will see page number 4, first paragraph. But politics is not confined to the affairs of government. In fact, what government do is relevant because it affects the lives of the people in many different ways. So politics is not something which is only related with the government, because what we see that the government does so many things. The functions of government is related with all aspects of life, be it economic, be it social, be it religious, be it cultural. In all aspects of life we find that government is there. So government is not confined only with the political affairs. We see that government determine our economic policy and foreign policy and educational policy. All the policies are formulated by the government. The government decides our economic policy, and accordingly our economic life is determined by the government. Government formulate education policy. So we cannot, there is no aspect of our life which is not touched by the government. Government is every. So these policies can help to improve the lives of people, but an inefficient or corrupt government can also endanger people's life and security. So what we find that the functions of the government is related to all aspects of our life. Government is everywhere, it is present everywhere, and in this situation, if the government is efficient, then it can be very much useful for us. It can help us in achieving the goals of our life. But on the other hand, if the government is inefficient, if the government is corrupt, then we will not be able to live a good life, because the policies which are formulated by the government are not fulfilling the needs of our life. So in this way we can understand the role played by the government in our life. So if the government in power allows any conflict to become violent, markets close down and schools are shut, these disrupt our lives. We cannot buy things we may need urgently. Those who are sick cannot reach the hospital. Even the school schedule gets affected. Syllabi cannot be completed, and we may have to take extra coaching for the exams and pay home tuition and pay tuition fees. So what we find that if any kind of clash between two groups starts, and the government is inefficient in managing this class, so this minor class can take the form of riots and violence, and in that situation our normal life will be disrupted. We won't be able to fulfill the basic needs of our life, like we will not be able to go to the market to purchase goods, and moreover, if someone is sick in our family, then also we will not be able to go to the hospital so that the person can get the medical facility. Moreover, the school education will also be affected, because if there is violence, if there is riot, then the schools will be shut down. And in this situation, what will happen, that in order to continue the studies of the students, the parents will be required to start tuition, home tuition, and for that they have to pay a good amount. So in this way we can understand that the function of the government is very important in our life. If the government is efficient, if it can manage things in a proper and efficient manner, then we will be the direct beneficiary. The common people will be the direct beneficiary. Our life will be peaceful, and all the facilities of life we will be able to get. But if the government is inefficient, then in that case we will be punished without any fault, because it is the fault of the government, but the consequences will be felt by the people. So government is not something which is only associated with politics, or politics is not something which is only associated with the political organizations, because the political organization, the most important political organization about which we are talking, government is all pervasive nowadays. It is everywhere. It is present everywhere. So our life is going to be affected by the activities of the government. So in the larger interest of the people, it is very much desirable that the government must be efficient and effective, so that it can take decision in the larger interest of the people, and the quality of life of the people will be improved in this way. So we can see that on the other hand, the government makes policies to increase literacy and employment. We may get an opportunity to go to a good school and get a decent job. So if the government is very efficiently making policies, its economic policies, its education policies are very good, then in that case what will happen, that it will because of education policy there will be increase in the literacy rate of the country, and then because people are getting better education facilities, it will enhance their quality and talent, and people will be able to get a decent job. So in this way we can understand how the efficiency of the government can change our life, because government is just like our parents. If our parents are taking proper care, if parents are taking proper care of the children, then the children will be able to grow in all respect. But if parents are not paying attention towards the needs of their children, then they will be deprived of so many things, and they will not be able to live a good life. So in the same way, we the people are the children of the government. Government is are just like parent. So we see that since the actions of the government affect us deeply, we take a lively interest in what government do. It is we know that the government, whatever government does, that is going to affect us in either in positive manner or in negative manner. We are bound to be affected by the activities of the government. So we discuss about the actions taken by the government. It is we are very much interested in the activities of the government. We watch news, we read newspaper, we watch news on television, because we are very much curious to know what government is doing and how is it going to affect our life. If the action of the government is positively affecting our life, then the government gets our support. But on the other hand, what we find that if the government is if the actions of the government is going against the interest of a group, then that group becomes opponent of the government. That group tries to organize itself, and it tries to form association, and it tries to attract the attention of the whole country towards their problem. So the main objective of the groups is to influence the decisions of the government. So in this way we can say that the activities of the government is very much important in our life. We negotiate with others and try to shape the goals that government pursue. When we disagree with the policies of the government, we protest and organize demonstration to persuade the government to change the existing laws. Suppose the government has made any law, and that law is against the interest of a particular group, then that group will start protesting against the decision of the government, and it will make efforts, it will try to attract the attention of the whole country towards their problem, and in this way they will pressurize the government to change its decisions. We passionately debate the actions of our representatives and discuss whether corruption has increased or decreased. In our day-to-day life, whenever we, in our family, with our friends, we discuss all these things. The representatives are doing their actions properly or not. Whatever is expected from our representatives, they are doing all those things or not. What is the condition of corruption in the country? Is it decreasing or increasing? We compare the present government with the previous government, and in this way we try to understand, we try to evaluate the government, the present government. We try to understand why some parties and leaders win election. What is the reason that a particular party is always in a winning situation, or a particular party is never able to win the elections in a substantial manner? So in our discussion, in all the discussions, like whenever we talk with our friends and family, we talk all these things. And this way we look for the rationale underlying the prevalent chaos and decay, and aspire to create a better world. So why do we discuss all these politics in our life? Because we know that politics has a very dominant role in our life. Whatever problems we are facing in our life, like not in our personal life, you can say that whenever we go to a government hospital and we find that the facilities provided there is not up to the mark, everything is missing, doctor is missing, equipments are missing, and still the system is not doing anything to improve the situation. So what is our motto? What do we want? We want that whatever is expected from the government must be done by the government. Then only we can improve our life, because in the absence of quality health system in the government hospitals, we have to go to private hospitals, and in private hospitals we have to pay a very high amount of money as a fees, and all the whatever is done there, we have to pay so many money. If the government is providing good medical facility in government hospitals, then we must have gone to the government hospital, and there the charges are very low. So in this way our life will be affected by the activities of the government. The similar condition is prevailing in schools. If we are going to government schools, then there is no quality education is not there in many of the government, not in all. We can't say that in all government schools such situation is there, but in many of the government schools such situation is there. And because of that, what happens that people who want their children to give quality education, they have to go to private schools where they have to pay so much amount as fees. So this is the way how we are suffered because of the activities of the government. We have to whatever we are earning, we are paying a large portion of that earning for this private school, for this private hospitals, and the government is spending too much on its education and health facilities. Still we are not able to achieve, we are not able to get the service, proper service. So we discuss all these things because we are very much affected by the actions of the government. To sum up, politics arises from the fact that we have different visions of what is just and desirable for us. There are many different people. Their desire, their interest is different from each other. And in this way, we have different vision. It involves the multiple negotiations that go on in society through which collective decisions are made. So we cannot think that the government is going to take decisions by taking into consideration the interest of only one group. Actually, the government takes decision in such a way that all the groups, interest of all the groups are taken into consideration, and then preferences are set by the government, and for this purpose negotiations are done. At one level, it involves what government do and how they relate to the aspirations of the people. At another level, it involves how people struggle and influence decision making. So what we find that at one level, it is about the government, how the government is functioning, how the government is going to fulfill the aspirations of the people, what is being done from the side of the government. And on the other hand, we see that how people struggle, how people try to influence the decision making process of the government, how people organize themselves, how they protest against the decisions of the government and try to influence the decision of the government. So both are working. Government is working from its side, and what is government doing? Government is taking decisions, and in taking the decision, it is considering the aspirations of the people, the demands of the people, the interests of the people are taken into consideration by the government, and then the government is going to take decision. And at another level, what is happening, that people are influencing the decision making process by organizing themselves, by protesting. So people may be said to engage in political activity whenever they negotiate with each other and take part in collective activities which are designed to promote social development and help to resolve common problems. So whenever we, the people, are engaged in any kind of negotiation, we are trying to influence the decision making of the government. We are involved in politics. And how are we trying to influence the government? How are we trying to influence the decision making? By taking interest in politics, by having discussions, by organizing ourselves, by protesting against the decisions of the government. So these are the ways through which we are involved with politics. So the whole discussion is about what is politics, and we started our discussion that politics is the common perception regarding politics is that it's a negative thing, and many people, mostly, not many, we will say that we can say that mostly people used to say this, that they are not interested in politics. They want to be away from politics. But this kind of explanation is 100% wrong, because politics is something without which we cannot live a life, a good life. Because government is there, and it is related with all aspects of our life. Whatever decision is taken by the government, that is going to affect our life. That is why we take interest in the activities of the government. We take interest whatever is done by the government. And in this way, we get ourselves involved in politics. So politics is very important aspect of our life. We cannot ignore politics. Everything is revolving around politics only. So now we will start a new segment, that is what do we study in political theory? What is the scope? This is called scope of political theory. So, if we look around us, what we see would be movement, development and change. But if we look deeper, we would also see certain values and principles that have inspired people and guided policies. Ideals like democracy, freedom or equality, for instance. So, whenever we see that something is happening in public life, we may not think that these happening are actually based on some ideals and values. But actually what happens, that whatever development is taking place, whatever movement is going on, all are based on some values, some ideals. These are the principles of our life, without which our life will be meaningless. So these are the values which inspires people to protest against the decisions of the government. These are the principles which guide the government in formulating the policies. And what are these values? These are freedom, equality, democracy. All these are the values of life, and on the basis of these values, everything is happening. Whatever is happening in our surrounding, it is based on these values. Different countries may try to protect such values by enshrining them in their constitution, as is the case with the American and Indian constitution. So, how to protect these values? How to give such a place to these values that no one can override these values? Even the government has to take into consideration all these values while formulating policies. So in order to give these values a proper place, what is done by many countries, that they have placed these values in their constitution. Like in our constitution also, and in American constitution, these values have been given a proper place in the constitution. These documents did not just emerge overnight. They are built upon the ideas and principles debated almost since the time of Kautilya, Aristotle to Jean-Jacques Rousseau. So we cannot say that these constitutions are made overnight. The time taken by the Indian Constitution, the time taken by the Indian Constituent Assembly to prepare the constitution was almost 3 years. 2 years, 11 months and 18 days were taken. But that was not the duration, actual duration for the preparation of the constitution. There was so many ideals and so many values were put in the constitution, and these values and ideals were there from the time of Plato and Aristotle. So the ideals and values which have been supported by various political thinkers like Rousseau, Aristotle, then Mahatma Gandhi. The ideals of all these great people are present in the constitution. So under this segment we will continue our discussion in the next class, and we will discuss what are the other topics which we study in political theory.